And how's everyone doing today? Hope you guys had a good night. Oh, I'm still waking up. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, I did not mean to minimize that. All right, there we go. Yeah, like I, like I think I said on the Discord, I got some stuff done already. I just really wanted to get in on the server and start playing. I want to build a station, a gas station, so to speak, a gas and food station. And while I've got the start of it right here, it's going to change a lot over time. Um, oh, yeah, it's going to change. But for the moment, I need to find gold. I found platinum, I found uranium, I have not found gold. Without gold, I cannot make new ion thrusters. As you can tell, I've kind of explored off in that direction, a little in that direction. Let's go off in that direction and look. What do you say? Admittedly, this ship does not have great legs. But we make it work. You know? Let's just eat some crisps. And I really want to get to building. I want to upgrade this ship. I've got ideas about what I want to do to it, but I need gold to make thruster components. So I have no idea how long I'll last today. I'm definitely in the yawning variety today. So we'll see how this goes. I might last 2 hours, might last 3 hours. Still got to stream in the morning, so. We'll see how this goes. Let's hope we get something decent out of this. Magnesium. I have 2 magnesium marked already, and at least 1 silver. There's been a lot of silver, actually, come to think of it. It's been one of the things I've been finding the most of. Is this one really just iron? Really? No secondary. Wow. Yep, just iron. That's depressingly impressive. But yeah, if we can find gold, we're going to switch from exploration mode to build mode. What do we got here? We should be seeing if there's anything here by now. Oh, wow. I think we found a dead group of asteroids. All right. nickel. Yeah, just iron nickel this group. What the? God. This is the downside of space play. You know, when you're on the resource hunt, it gets really boring. That's just silicon. There have been a lot of silicon asteroids, actually. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen more silicon than I have straight iron. Magnesium and ice. Okay, I can actually use a little bit of ice right now. Yeah. Uh, it's less that uh it's actual full-on server play. I'm playing on a friend's server, the Frontier of Space server, or which is a small friendly server. I got to start on the server a few days ago just to get the basics going. Because honestly, it feels like I've been just redoing the start over and over lately. So I figured I'd just go ahead and get the early pre-game out of the way, so I could focus on the other stuff. You know, like whatever else I want to build. And I went with the Space Star, which was a first for me. And well, that's how I learned that the starter pod in space does not come with a ore detector or antenna. So that was interesting. Also having a devil of a time finding any gold. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding gold. Like, I have found 3 different spots of uranium and have not found a single bit of gold yet. I have found uranium and platinum before I found gold. Hmm. Yep, that's pretty much how it feels. Ooh, and hey, look, this is the second pure iron asteroid yet. That's the second pure iron asteroid. Yeah, I parked about 3 kilometers off from iron, silicon, and magnesium. To begin with, my my station. So I have those secured already. Yeah, the rules of this server is you're not supposed to mine within 2 kilometers of your base, of your station. Because the they've got the voxel repair tools. They've got the voxel repair tool set up so anything within outside of 2 kilometers of a grid gets repaired. Yeah, to cut down on lag from voxel damage. Because the last server we had a big problem with voxel damage. And I might mark. I think I'm gonna mark this one because I don't have much in the way of cobalt mark thing. Yeah, I just have one cobalt. No, I have 2 cobalt mark, but you know what? Let's see what else is over here before we. Well, I see another patch of cobalt already. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna find what I want over here. Go for that one. Yeah. I do not know how long I'm going to end up playing today. Pretty sleepy myself. But, I'm going to try to make it for a good while. Silicon ice. Come on, my dude. Just give us a little bit of gold. Magnesium ice. Okay. Why does that feel like I already looked at this asteroid? And I know people are probably in their head saying, "Why isn't he just using hydrogen?" Because the closest hydrogen location to my, to my home base is 12 kilometers away. I'd have to go and build an entire ship just to regularly harvest hydrogen to fuel that ship. Especially because oh yeah, no. Once they're built, they're the most economical in space once they're built. But the fact that they need gold and platinum to build makes them really, really expensive. Uranium and nickel.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, uranium's supposed to be the ultra rare thing in space. Nah, I've been finding it's like like stupid common for me. We'll stop by this asteroid so I can pull out my so I can get off the helm. I've already got multiple of them freaking, uh, you know, bookmarked. Uranium's not my issue. It's the gold for superconductors and thruster components. Let's just start slowing down here. Hey, look, it's platinum and magnesium. I'm actually going to mark this one, because that's actually kind of nice, because I am going to need more platinum. I've got a couple thousand platinum at the base already, so. Right. Come to a stop. I wanted to, get out and pull up the G menu. We've got the consolidation, thrusters also, I believe. If we go over to propulsion, we've got, I thought we did at least. Guess not. Unless I'm just missing them in here. MA plasma reactors, MA weapons. All the consolidation turrets, those are always nice. I thought we had them. Oh well. Yeah. But either way, it's just like, you know, we got energy shields, all sorts of wild stuff. Hey, I'm a little sleepy today. I'm not gonna lie. I've still got to stream in the morning, so I'm gonna stream until I can't today, and then go to bed. I'm gonna give it to like an hour I'm gonna give it to the hour and a half point to find gold. If I don't find gold by then, I'm just gonna say F it, go back to base, and start scrapping this ship in order to make a small grid ship that has what I want. Even if it means that I don't, that I lose my respawn ship. because this is getting a little out of hand. Like, I can't build anything. I can't build anything that's... If I have to use hydrogen, I'd rather do it in small grid. Plain and simple. I turned you off. Why are you on? So that means my lab tank is completely empty. Where's the sun? Am I still... Alright, how you doing, Slim? I understand, man. I am having no luck with gold, Slim. I have found like 3 or 4 spots of uranium, but no gold. God, I'm like 80 kilometers out from my main base. Is it just cobalt? Looks to be just cobalt. Oh, God. I apologize if my yawning makes anyone else in chat tired. Kind of involuntary. This is normally the time I'm waking up to go to work. Silicon and silver. This is a comedy. This is the comedy. On planet, you can usually rely on if silver's on somewhere and gold's nearby. Not in space. Not in space. I don't know if I'm just really unlucky or what, but silver and gold, silver and gold. How did you measure its worth? Come on. Give me something good. Really? Ice nickel? Come on. This is starting to feel like a comedy. Oh, look, more platinum and silver. You know what? This one's actually probably worth saving. Let's just fly down and see if anything else is in these shards. More platinum, more silver. That looks like cobalt. I think it's telling how often I see cobalt that I was able to see that and go like cobalt, and then it popped up. Really, just nickel. You know what? I'm gonna say let's go ahead and start heading back to main base. I don't remember checking this one. All right, come on. Come on. Give me some gold. Cobalt. Anything else? Oh, just a cobalt cluster. That's kind of strange. That's a disappointment. Silicon. I can already see the big patch of silicon. Yeah, there's nothing here for me. Yeah, this is not ideal. God, I feel like I've seen that a dozen times. Yeah, for anyone wondering who's new to chat, I am indeed looking for something specific. Specifically, gold, which is apparently rarer than uranium in the portion of asteroids I'm in. Because I found uranium for 4 or 5 times. No gold yet. I found platinum more often than I have gold. Just pure iron, huh? Disappointing. Hmm. All right. Well, we're zooming our way back to the base. Where I guess we'll start we'll add a small we'll add a small airlock shack with an oxygen tank to the base. Start stripping down the pod to make it work. You know, to make a small grid ship. What the hell? Yeah. So it was an unsuccessful hunt for gold. Might have to go to a moon to find gold easier. I'm pretty sure we checked these on the way by, but let's look at them one more time. These might even be the ones that, the ones that I built my base compendium on. So silicon, iron, and magnesium. Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are.
Meteor storm inbound.
Iron, magnesium, magnesium. And silicon should show up. Yep, there it is. I don't think I ever checked this one, so let's check this one before I go back. Oh, gold! We found it! We found it! It was so close to our base and we didn't... I must have seen the silicon before I saw the gold and just dismissed it. Or I was stupid and I didn't check it all the way. Oh, I feel like I've been completely stupid. Good news, we get to stay large grid. And I see a gold patch on the surface, which means I don't have to spend a bunch of time digging. should have plenty of room. Yep, this just gave us a new lease on life. I need to make sure the basic refinery is off, so it doesn't start processing it. I'd rather process it in the full assembler on the large assembler on the station. It legitimately was toying with me, yeah. I suppose I should also, there we go. I don't care about the silicon. I got stupid amounts of that already all over the place. What are we looking at storage-wise? Only 37 kilos currently. Let's keep going. Now, the upgrade plans for this ship do include a pair of fully, full refineries with, all as many production bonuses, not speed, not efficiency, production bonuses as I can slap onto them. So this gold is legitimately necessary for that. Why are you... Oh, it's processing stone. Yeah, yield. As much yield as I can get on it. I don't mind if it processes stone. I don't want it processing the gold, though. I should probably stop by and grab a load of iron, too, though. I think I'm probably running a little low on that after that, I don't care if they're slow. I want max yield. I want max yield refineries on my ship for for when we go ore hunting. Make sure it's not I think that's enough for me to be happy with for the moment. All right, and we'll stop by the yield field for our near our base and pick up some iron too. Can't go wrong with bringing home a pile of iron for the refineries to process, alongside it. Steel plate is used on so many things that not having iron around is just stupid. Not bringing some back is like, why? Why would I not bring one of my core building blocks back with me? Alright, that's probably enough. Alright. And Question is, which side do I need to go to? I think it's the other one. Yep. The future side of the gassing grass. The underside that you saw there, that's going to be covered in algae farms. And then this is going to be built up into a tower eventually. Overshot. Hmm. All right. All right. So woo, feels weird to be back. All right. Let me let me step away for a moment. I need to use the bathroom now that we're back to base. All right. Sorry about that. All right. All right. Yeah. We are. Feel like I should be. Feel like I should be throwing a few turrets on here. You know, just out of just because it feels like I need it. I really did that. Wait, what do I have in? Yeah, it's just that. Oh, right, I was carrying some 200 odd steel plate. That's right. And it was 30 millimeter kinetic. Guess it's this. Yeah, I know. It's a hilarious mental image, this one is. But I think I'd rather have it sitting here, ready to go, if something decides to get a little spicy on me. I should probably yeah, spicy meatball turret. It's a neat little one.
Storm inbound.
You know what? I just turned that off. You know what? Let's turn it on and see where there, if it. I was about to say, let's see if it shoots my ship. Is it shooting through the base? I don't know how to feel about that. Because I'm pretty sure it was just successful. There's no damage. No damage. No damage. There's no damage. Bruh, does that thing just... Oh, wow. Are you telling me that, Did we just find a bug? Did we just find a bug? Because clearly it hit the meteorites. Slim, if you're here still, even if you're barely attentive, yeah. I'm not going to call it a bug. I'm going to call it a fortuitous situation. But I'm also going to reduce the range down to 600 just to be safe. That really is a riot of a gun, though. All right. So we have how to describe this thing. Well, it was a sleek design originally. Also, I need to get you off of here. You really... It was a mistake to put Bob on here. But that does mean I need to replace the pipe that was here. I'm not even... You know what I forgot to do when I parked? Forgot to put the batteries on charge mode. How you doing, Ghost? And I've repeatedly turned that thing down, and it is still that loud. You're about to go to sleep? Alright. I finally found gold after getting jebaited by the base, you know, and turning out that it was right by the base. Getting ready to strip down the back half of the ship and rebuild it. I'm gonna properly integrate all this into the back half of the ship instead of having it stapled on in various places, except for the front. Yeah, this should be interesting. Like, everything from the oxygen tank back is getting rebuilt. I'll leave the oxygen tank just because it is literally the only oxygen I have right now, but everything back of it is getting cut off and then rebuilt. All right, let's start. Oh, I thought I had cleared this thing out. What? I just gotta keep an eye on my exposure. If I get to about 50%, I need to go get out of it.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and empty my.
Energy low.
Yes, my lab, my cryo is upside down. I know, I know.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I have ideas of what I want to do. Let's just say, let's just say my, how to put it, let's just say it's, I'm going to have to redesign the front of the ship, or I'm going to get dick jokes from about my ship constantly. But I'll start with redesigning the back because that's where all the thrusters and shit are going to be.
Inventory full.
Hmm?
Inventory full.
Really? Now the question is, do we save the batteries or do we rebuild them? That's the one I'm not sure about. Do we just say screw it, kill the batteries and replace them with different ones? Because there's a cargo right between them, too. You know what? I know what I want to do. Not the lab bat. Hey, get out of radiation for a minute anyway. No, they're not in a horrible spot, but we have modded batteries that are like 16 of the regular batteries in the same space, even though they're horribly expensive. So it's legitimately a case of, what do I do with them? And instead of, yeah, but they're 80% full right now. So I think I want to discharge that down into the station. I think I want to discharge those off as much as possible. Let's see. Oh, it's mostly full. 94%, and that will absolutely take forever and a day to as soon as that's full, I'll if it ever gets full with a refinery operating full time on the base. I'll try to get whatever I can out of them onto the base. Doesn't look like it's doing much. Might be worth it to just get rid of them. This hydrogen tank is completely empty. I don't feel bad about taking this off.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
There is no ice in this, just a single hydrogen bottle. Why are you not letting me take this into my inventory? Oh, because the freaking steel plate filled me up immediately. Yeah, I'm not seeing significant downtrend from them. I suppose if I put this into recharge mode, I'd probably see more. Let the base try to run off of these for a minute. You know what? I'm being stupid here. Yeah, I'm not seeing significant pull from these. At least not fast enough. I can justify it. So they're going. And of course, because it was attached, it immediately tried to deposit it in. I just need this to be accessible. Need this to be usable. I just need this to be usable as a quick way I can just jump on and, you know, get safe. All right. Let me just make sure this doesn't have any. Yeah, I'll finish clearing that later. All right. Let's start by grabbing some things we'll need for structural purposes. Need that. Probably need that. We'll definitely need this. One sec. There we go. Use a regular refinery, none of that fancy schmancy shit. We'll just plan for some we'll just plan for some decorative and other stuff. So I want to use the door detector type 2, but the mod we're currently using to expand our ore detector range does not recognize the ore detector type 2 as valid. So we're waiting on that on an update for that. We're gonna get one of those in there eventually, I think. Might try to fit that in. Don't know if I'll have enough gold for it, but I'm gonna try. I'll be honest, instead of what I would like to see in the next DLC, just as a, hey, look, this is a nice decorative thing, I would like to see a Type 2 jump drive. Different dimensions. Still just as bulky, but different dimensions. You know? Yes, the Prototech one's nice, but I'd like an alternate. I'd like basically like an alt art regular one. To make to make things, more, to make things a little more interesting. I suppose I never put put the engines I wanted to use on here. Do we want the warfare or do we want the sci-fi? Warfare or sci-fi for thrusters? What do you think? Because we're going full ion. The most I'll do is add a add one hydrogen just as an emergency thruster. I'm probably not going to. I'll probably leave a spot where I could put one if I needed to. I mean, I like the look of the war too, but I'm also fond of the sci-fi designs, especially the large. They feel like they're designed to push. The warfare ions, they feel more like aerospy. Yeah, no, let's go warfare. Yeah, no. Yeah, let's go warfare. Ooh, I've been sitting here for a while. I knew I was in danger. I'd been sitting there a while. I knew my radiation was probably getting high. So that is one reality that I have realized I am gonna have to consider when it comes to building ships in space in the new update. Gone are the days of open bay space-based construction, sites, for ships. Unless you're like full automating, just, blueprint and weld. If you're doing custom in-game designs, not I pulled this from a previous game world and just projected it in, you're gonna have to make your construction, your space construction facilities fully enclosed if you're going to be working on it. Or at least 5 of 6 sides closed, with like, with some kind of door on the 6th. They're badass looking as shit, but really the open design shipyards are really only going to be useful for projector and welder designs. They're not going to be useful for custom. Yes, it does. I just got in the lab. Yes, it does, because I can sit in the cockpit of my ship and, stand in the cockpit of my ship and he'll stop radiation. I can stand in there and not receive radiation, so yes, it does. Where was the sun that I got that much radiation that fast? Ooh, all right. All right. Yeah, glass covered shipyards. But that'll be now something I can say. Unconstructed light armor blocks, just the frame, just the skeleton, does block radiation. A block does not need to be constructed to stop does not need to be fully constructed to stop radiation. So skeletal shipyards of light armor blocks are also a completely valid idea. And actually is kind of cooler. Nice. I've got an image of what I want in my head. Now I'm just having to figure out how I'm going to execute it. All right, so I know I want two of these. They're my they're my O2H2s. Do I want to concern myself with hydrogen on this ship, though? Like, do we want to go full solar-powered ship, or do we want to worry about hydrogen power? I mean, no, sorry. We are going to be nuclear. That's just a reality. There's no way around it. We're going to be nuclear. Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna need one hydrogen tank at least. One hydrogen tank at least for fusion. I mean for that. You're right. That means I need to go over to logistics. I think I want to add another high oxygen and a second hydrogen. Sorry, I want to add a second oxygen and a hydrogen.
Storm inbound.
I recognize the size of these the size of these generator O2 and H2s are way bigger than what my tanks are going to represent. My exposure was getting high. So we have 2 oxygen, 1 hydrogen, just because we need jetpack, refills. I mean, we do. Now we do have energy shields. We do have defense shields, a defense shield mod in the mod pack on the server. Now, do we want... do we want to use this one, or do we want to use the other one? They're technically the same size. This one just looks cooler. Guess I should start by building what I've got. Do I really want to use Bob for this? Do I want to get Bob going to build this? As much as I kind of want to build that for symmetry, I think I'm literally going to be building the back end of a much larger ship onto what amounts to a small grid large ship. This is gonna be weird. This is because I'm deciding to renovate the back half first. This is legitimately gonna look like it's done nothing but leg day for months until I get the front half done. So, I think the smart thing for me to do here is to put the oxygen gen here. The O2H2 here. Instead of in the back. Just use one since it's a 16X. And that also gives me a location where I can tie the upper and the lower together easier while I'm working. Out of everything I was missing, it was the motors. Yeah. That gives me a tie through to still use this in the meanwhile. So I've still got my oxygen. I can still use my cryo. And then, as ugly as it looks, and I know Ghost is gonna scream when he sees it. Actually, you know what? For one, I need that in my inventory. I need to queue up like 2,000 or more steel plate. There is. It is cargo terminal. I have not had an opportunity to use one of these in a reasonable smart manner yet, and this feels like the perfect opportunity for it. What are we missing for, Oh, am I being, blue-balled by the freaking steel production? Yeah, That'll let me access everything right here without needing an extra cargo, so to speak. So I could put 2 large cargos in the back of this, along with 2 refineries. We'll call it an array of, we'll call it 2 assemblers. You know, kind of mirrored with a pair of jump drives, probably. That's probably how much it's going to need. It's 2 jump drives and 2 large reactors, kind of bookending it back to back against the against the jump drives. And then anytime we need to do a 90 in the cargo, not a junction, a 90, like we need to turn a hard 90, we'll put a small reactor, non-warfare, of course, because they look, because the non-warfare look better when you're using them for conveyor corners. I, I can think smartly about this. I just tend to think more. I just tend to take some time to get there. I just want to kind of define how big we're making this with these. I'm not kidding when I say this is going to look like the ship is just has been skipping everything but leg day until we get the front half rebuilt. Like, this thing's gonna be like huge. Like, I could probably just build a custom ship instead of trying to rebuild this, but I'm choosing to rebuild this. All right. All right, brain. How do I want to... I know what I want in it. Yeah. Yeah. And of course... Oh, I'm fuzzy. Come on. Come on. Make me less fuzzy. How you doing, Zamora? That did not make me less fuzzy. Come on, camera. Work with me. There we go. uh... All right, so... Remember how we were just talking about if we have to make a turn, I want to use reactor. I want to use the reactors as an example of it. Right here. Oh. Is that what you were hoping for, Zamura? You got me! Fair enough. There it is. I found it this time. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. What nostalgia? Why nostalgia? I'm not going anywhere. You know what I need to do? You know what I need? You know what I need right here before I go anywhere else? I need to start adding. I need to start adding gyros where I can. I need to start adding gyros wherever I can. I need to start adding gyros wherever I can because the last thing I want is to have a slow. The last thing I want to do is to be trying to figure out where to put them later on. Nice. Yeah, I know. You've got a disturbingly
Energy
obsessive
low.
amount of time in it. I know. That is 8 separate ones right there. And I know they're not in the best location. They're kind of low, so I'll need to build some high too. I should be able to put these in the survival kit from here. There should still be, oh, the survival kit finally stopped, making kelp crisps. All right, so we have an absolute unit of a refining module on there. Yes, it's only 2. Oh, no, I have the... Well, okay, so the location does matter a little bit, because if all of them are towards the rear of the ship, then the turning axle, so to speak, is going to be towards the rear of the ship instead of towards the center of the ship. Because they're feckin' heavy. They're feckin' heavy, and they have a big influence on the center of gravity on the ship. So having them all at the back, at the bottom, brings the center of gravity on a flat plane down to here, which means it would be rotating more, in this area instead of here. So I kind of do. I kind of, I've got some down here. I need some up here. And when I rebuild the front, I'm going to probably want to put 5 or 6 of them up front too. Both because it's more, it's more, it's more control over, it's more maneuverability for it in twisting and turning. And it helps center the center of gravity. That is going to be insanely expensive, because each one of these is nearly 2,000 power cells. I'm going to have to go for more silicon and nickel when I start building those. You know what? Those need to be large grid. I mean, not large grid, heavy armor. So we have one mod in here that's specifically for improving the protection on ships. We have oh no, I suppose I did. Didn't even think about it that way. Thank you for calling me. I mean, I can't place it. Am I out of steel plate? No. we have a stronger metal grid, the stronger metal grids mod on here. So you can reinforce, core portions with extra armor. I mean, but you see the scale of the damn ship that I'm building, you know? All right. You know what? I might need to we'll swap that around for sure. Yeah. I know I'm setting myself up for excessive bloat right from the get-go. I recognize that. I built a junction here, so I want another junction here. And my two assemblers will be right there so that I can cover them in speed modules. Get full coverage. There's no point in yield or efficiency on assemblers. A 10% chance to a 10% chance to get an extra steel plate isn't worth the loss in speed. Where is it? Where is it? My brain. My brain is vacant at the moment. Head empty, no thoughts. So I am going to build 2 large warfare reactors now. But when we rebuild the front half of the ship, the midship is going to get an MA plasma reactor room to be the primary, to be a big part of the power source. I'm trying to remember. It's on. Okay, so we do have one on the back. what did I build here? Battery. All right, and just real quick. It's not there. It's not there. It's there. Wait. Okay, it's even with it. Okay. You know what? Let's use a junction here. What do we have here? Another junction.
Energy low.
All right. I mean, I am really origamiing the shit out of putting this stuff in there. Is it, one block above and one block below. What do you think? Should we go 4 jump drives? Should we go 4 jump drives? And can't go wrong with more jump drives, I suppose. And I did put that one back from the heavy arm. Have the resources? I doubt it.
Storm inbound.
Have the resources? I doubt it. Have the will to put it, have the will to try anyway? Yeah. Yeah, I should probably put another spicy meatball on the other corner. Just so it'll stop shooting through my stuff. Unless that just ran out of ammo. That just run out of ammo? No, it's still got a good bit. Oh, yeah, no. Fair enough, fair enough. My only concern is let's see, that's the closest of the platinum right there. So I might have to throw together a small miner on the fly to with before to go acquire more platinum at some point. Feel like it's only appropriate to plan for being able to have corridors through this in the future. There's the corridor block. Passage block, whichever it is. Do we want... I think we want the round corridor. What do y'all think? Do we like the round corridor here? Kind of like the lead into the back of the ship, the entire back of the ship be the round corridors. I don't even know how much we'll actually be able to move around in here in the long run. But I like the idea of, of there being some movement through here. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But if I'm having to repair this thing in flight, I've already failed. So, especially because if I'm having to manually repair things on this, it means Bob's failed, and I do plan on putting a Bob on here. At least that's the beginnings of a corridor network. Fair enough, yeah. I understand. Not everyone's familiar with Bob. By the way, if you tune into anyone else who's playing on this server, you will hear them talk about Bob. Bob is the nanobots build and repair mod. It's our Aussie friends who have who play the game nicknamed it Bob at some point, or at least the ones I play with have. So, oh, it's a transition between square corridor and round corridor. I did not know that existed. Oh, that's nice, actually. All right. I think we have enough built here at enough complexity that I need to consider putting a Bob on the station and getting it started. Just because of how much there is already. It's reached a level of complexity I won't be able to reach everything to weld together, so I need to get it started welding. Yep. If I had been planning on manually welding this up, I would have been welding every block as I put it on. I would not have been free placing like I did.
Energy low.
And to queue up a bunch of stuff for when oh, no Bob allowed would be horrifying on when we're on a modded server. a lot of people are so used to Bob on modded servers that that would be unthinkable. All right. All right, Bob. Time for you to kick off. Like, this is nowhere near done, but there's big ass batteries on there, and there's reactors. I need to get them started. And there's also assemblers and refineries. I don't know where Bob is exactly. Looks like he's kind of in this. Really? This one? I mean, I suppose he's going with what he has available. Probably going to be a while before we see any solidly completed blocks on this. Because, well, yep, they will. They absolutely will. And what's worse is even with all these power cells are needed for it. You need 1920 power cells for one of those batteries. So actually, how many reactor components? 2,000 reactor components. How many for the small one? 100. Yeah. We're probably going to try to get this up and running first. Once. Yep. I had not queued up anywhere near enough reactor components. Ugh. Yeah. This is going to be... You know what? Even if it's not very fast, I do have a survival kit. Let's queue up 1,000 motors on it. Motors are one of the things that is going to bog me down the most. So we might as well get some of those being built on a secondary unit. Yep. Logic. You know, I'd say we should be trying to build the assemblers first, but with all the conveyors that would be needed to be built to get them running, I'm almost tempted to push the small tubes up the queue so we can get the conveyors built first. Yeah, no, it's actually not a bad idea.
Meteor storm inbound.
God, I forget that thing's there sometimes. And yes, these holes are here for a reason. That's where the when I build the tower part of the station finally, after we finish the reno and rebuild of this ship, uh those are where the conveyors are going to go through the whole station. You know, through the multiple floors. No, nope. I'm planning. Even if I'm not very good at it, any amount of planning I do is helpful. Planning where I want to put the conveyors later. Hey, you know. All right. What are we currently making? We're slowly chugging through motors here. Ah, right. Apparently, I had a good amount already because I'm not seeing a lot of interior plate being pulled. But oh, good. I got enough reactor components already for this one. So it's just the motors and the metal grids and steel plates. Steel plate, steel plate. All right, yeah. So the steel plate is indeed what I need the most of right now, apparently. Which actually probably means I should go full shitbird gremlin and dive for some iron down there. What's our refinery doing? Our refinery's just got gold in it. It's got a decent amount of most stuff. All right. That was thir- that was that was 4,000 uranium ore. How did I only get 83 out of that? Suppose that's what happens when I'm not using a yield and wasn't able to build yield on my base initially. Oh well. All right, we've got a gyro built. That's a weird choice for the first thing built, but hey, you know, take what you can get. I might be wrong on how much it was, honestly. With as much as I got going on there, with the big massive billet of build I've got queued up, I do not want to. I do not want to take up more of. I do not want to drag more out of it. I know I've got iron over here, so
Inventory full.
oh really? I suppose I do have a lot of crap in my inventory at the moment. And I've got three hydrogen freaking, 3 or 4 hydrogen bottles. I'm not worried about my ability to travel. God, I know I did not queue up even half of the superconductors I need for these. Oh no, I have enough for these. I don't need superconductors for the small one. I need metal grid. I did not queue up. Oh, I did. Ugh. It's bothering me that it wasn't putting those in there. Ooh, I might not have enough silver. Thinking about it, I might not have enough silver, and that's way further out. Yeah. Check my supplies. Yeah, I don't have enough silver for all the reactor components, I don't think. Unless I've got some stored somewhere that I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna have to build a small mining ship to take out, to take off in. I did not think silver and silver was going to be what slowed me down. I had come across so much of it, I completely forgot that, that reactor components required it. Metal grid should be being made by now. Plowed right through the metal grids. Did it? It put metal grids in everything but that. Where did it put those metal grids? There were 300 metal grid queued up. Where did they go? Probably the refineries. Oh no, they went into these. Alright, so I need to queue up more metal grid. those first. Because Bob sucks down power. Bob sucks down power, and even with multiple ×8 solar panels going, I do not feel like I'm going to be able to maintain power. I needed to get that reactor going. Cool, and it automatically threw some uranium in it. Alright. It's good to see that a helm on an open platform doesn't protect me. Because my exposure level is still increasing. It's not covered, so it is actually causing me to gain exposure. Because of the sun right there. And it's not going to be providing a lot of power. Just 15 megawatts, but... You know. The max this pulls is 12... You know... 12 kilowatts a second. Whenever it's running. Yep. I'm not too worried. You know, it's not like my ghostly body couldn't use a bit of a tan. Yeah, probably. Ooh, where is our nickel like? Now I'm... Oh, we have 17 kilos of nickel. We should be fine on nickel. Yeah. Ugh. You know what? I need to end stream, unfortunately. If I'm going to get enough sleep that I can actually function for stream in the morning, I need to go to sleep soon. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to call it a day here. You guys have been great watching me struggle to find gold when it was basically on my doorstep. Yep, you'll see me in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, provided I don't oversleep. That's always a chance with me. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Oop, nice, congratulations. See you guys next time. Catch you later. Peace.